So, hello. I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Uh, I'm just sitting here at the house, not doing anything. Um, yep, just chilling out. That's all. But I want to say this: life is too short not to get what you deserve. Now, I want to say what inspired for me to do this upload, and then I have some extra stuff to add. I was looking at Karine Allude biographies, and she uploaded 16 hours ago. What date is that? Today is December 25th, 2024. This was uploaded on the 24th, on Christmas Eve. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just trying to give you the correct date. Yeah, December 24th, 2024. I'm just trying to give you the correct date just in case somebody want to go and check it out. Excuse me. But she was talking about Harvey, from one kingpin to another. That's what it's titled, Marjorie Harvey, from one kingpin to another. And so she was talking about how so many people are hating Marjorie Harvey. And listen, I don't want to attack her personally. I never met that lady. I know people have a lot to say about Steve Harvey and things between him and Mary Harvey and his past relationships and how he has probably hurt other people. But that's not what I'm trying to get on today. I want to talk about what inspired me from that video to make this message. It is not about defending Marjorie Harvey or defending Steve Harvey because I don't know either one of them. I can't hate them or defend them because I don't know them personally. The people who have had things to say about Steve Harvey, I don't think they're lying. But at the same time, like I say, it's a specific reason why I'm doing this upload, and it's not about defending anybody. But anyway, on Karina Lude biographies, she talked about Marjorie Harvey and how people want to humble her. Why do they want to humble this lady? I want to stop right there. Like, why did it? Why? It seems like black women always have to be humbled, and I'm not saying that some black women shouldn't be humbled, but that's interesting that she needs to be humbled. Okay, I just want to say that. Uh, when a woman appears to be as powerful as a man in this particular patriarchal type of society, when a woman appears to have the kind of power that a man would have, they feel, especially maybe a black woman, because I've seen other non-black women that can appear to have that kind of power too. But I noticed that a lot of people want them to be humbled when a woman appears to have the power of a man in a patriarchal society. They want her humble. Okay, uh, that's one. Okay, then her marriage to Steve Harvey. Well, then here we go again. A lot of people felt like she's a gold digger and her daughter is a gold digger and she only married Steve Harvey for his money. What I want to this it's not her fault that she knows what she deserves. It is her fault that she knows what she deserves. Excuse me. That is her fault that she knows what she deserves and she gets no less than what she deserves. That is her fault, but that's also a good thing. See, it's like I don't want to take any advice or listen to a person that has no self worth, that has no standards, and have the nerve to have a problem with somebody who knows what they deserve and they don't take less than what they deserve. Steve Harvey was doing a comedy show. And Marjorie, I guess, came in with her friends one time and came in late. And he paused for a minute and stopped the show. This is according to him and Marjorie. He paused for a minute and stopped the show. And he says, I don't know who you are, but I'm going to marry you one day. He said that. And he made sure to marry her. He didn't marry her right then and there, but he was going to make sure that was going to be his wife. And if she was a person who was a gold digger, he made sure that he did whatever it took to get her. I think a lot of women need to take a page out of Marjorie Harvey's book and stop attacking her personally. A lot of these women who are attacking her don't know her. Now, people who know her and might say they don't like something about her, that's because of their own personal experience with her. But these women who don't know her, that might want to call her a gold digger, especially a lot of black women, I'm to the point I don't like advice from black women. Like, black women are sacrificial lambs. I don't like advice from black women. I would take advice from Marjorie Harvey. Yeah. I would not, maybe not call her my friend, but I don't like to call anybody my friend. For some reason, it seems like I'm a targeted individual for people to attack for no reason. Like, I'm not even friends with white people. I'm not friends with black people. I'm not friends with Indian people. I'm not, like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with people that I'm a targeted individual. But that's another story for other times. Right? What's that lady name who says that? Dr. Mumby, stories for other days. That's stories for other days. I can't have a damn friend. I don't know what the hell is wrong that I'm a damn target. Seriously. I know this is all a hallucination, but even in the real world, I'm having memories from the real world, and I was a target then, because I know this is fake right here. But I was a target in the real world. What the hell is wrong with people? Okay, let me get off of my doggone soapbox and get back to the message. I would take advice from Marjorie Harvey. I would take advice from probably a Shira Stargardist. Oh, excuse me, she goes by Shira 7 on that channel. I would take advice from them. They don't take less than what they deserve. And people don't like that. But you know why people don't like them for that? Because there's a lot of women who don't have self-esteem. And I'm not going to fault those women for not having self-esteem. But one thing I'm not going to do, because I've been there. But the reason why I've been there is, for me personally, it's because I've been through a lot of ritualistic abuse. But I had to realize that, and I can't blame somebody else for knowing who they are and knowing what they deserve and getting no less than what they deserve. I can't blame nobody else for that. I can't blame a woman for knowing what she deserves. I can't. And Marjorie is a very beautiful person. Like, she's very beautiful. I don't know who this lady is. I would like to meet her. I would like to meet Marjorie Harvey. I would like to sit and talk to her. I don't care. I can see men complaining that she's a gold digger, but Steve Harvey ain't complained yet, did he? Has Steve Harvey complained? So why is everybody else complaining? Because the man who said in that comedy club, I don't know who you are, but I'm going to marry you. And if she was a gold digger and he knew that he could not get her unless he had money, he made sure he got whatever was needed to get that woman. He ain't complaining that she's a gold digger. But everybody else who ain't got nothing to do with her is complaining. And all I gotta see is, I want to take a class. Oh, I want to take a class. I want to sit up under this lady. Spiritually, I don't know who she is, but she probably got some good intuition. Okay? I don't know what she is spiritually, but when it comes to this type of society, she knows how to get what she deserves. I admire her. Okay? I don't know this lady personally. I'm not about to point no judgment. I don't know nothing about this lady. I've never said hello to her. I don't know her. I don't care what somebody else has wanted to say about her. Everybody have their own experience with different people. Let me tell you something. I feel like I'm a very kind and nice person, but do you know people will have something negative to say about me too? Some of it might be true because I ain't perfect. Some of it, most of it ain't gonna be true. That's why I said I don't know what's wrong that I'm targeted, and that's why I don't want friends, because I feel like I can't do enough for people. For some reason, I'm chosen to be freaking hated, and I don't get it. So I don't want. I don't want for it. I don't. Something is wrong here. You know. I don't know. Maybe that's part of my doggone program, because this is all programs. It doesn't make sense. You know. Uh, but anyway, it's like I'm chosen to be envied, and I'm not. And the people who might want to envy me might have way more than I do. So that means it's something spiritual that they envy. It's not material. It's not even, might be not even physical that they envy. It's something spiritual that they envy that I might have that they don't have. And that's why I keep my distance from people, because now I realize this is not about material things. Some of the people that don't like me have way more than I do. That's why I know it's spiritual. Spiritually, they see that I have something that they don't have, even though they might have the looks, even though they might have the money. And I'm not saying I don't have the looks when I clean myself up. I'm not saying I don't have the looks. But people tell me that I clean up well. When I clean up well, people have told me that I clean up well when I clean up. Okay. Uh, I don't say it to myself. I don't compliment myself. I let the compliments come from other people. And when I clean up well, other people have told me that I clean up well. And this comes from other women. Men call me beautiful, and women say, "Wow, you clean up well." And I don't compliment myself. I let it come from other people. So you know, but yeah. Anyway, back to the topic though. Life is too short to not get what you deserve. At this point, the people pleasing got to stop. Like the people please, I can't do the people pleasing at the expense of my own happiness. I cannot do the people pleasing at the expense of my own joy. And that's what Marjorie Harvey refused to do. She refused to be a people pleaser at the expense of her own happiness, at the expense of her own well-being. Because what does that land you? That's not going to make people happy with you. Living a life much less than what you deserve, it's not going to make people like you even more. It's just you're going to join them in their misery, and they're still not going to like you because they're not happy with themselves. So they're still not going to like you. Okay. Um. Yeah, and so this is where I'm going to go into this with this other message. But I would like to talk to Marjorie Harvey. I admire her for not getting anything less than what she deserved. Is she perfect? Well, who is? I would say it is. I admire people who don't care what anybody else have to say about them, and they go after what they want. They call this lady a gold digger, but then they're not calling the first lady, what's her name? President Trump's wife. They're not. Why aren't they calling her a gold digger? Why aren't they calling President Trump's wife a gold digger? Had she been a black woman, she would have been a gold digger. See, this is another thing. I don't like the black community. I don't. And you know what? I'm gonna say I hate them. I'm gonna say I hate the black community because you know the people who's calling Marjorie Harvey a gold digger. I bet you none of them are white. I bet you none of them are Asian. I bet you none of them are Mexican. All of them are black. The black losers. I hate black people. I do. I hate black people. Because black people want to see other people who look like them fail. And when you don't want to fail, they call you stuck up. They call you a gold digger. they call you a sellout because you don't want trash in your life. I hate black people. I do. Because you can't live. As a matter of fact, let me segue into this. You know, the person who's married to Kim Jong-un or whatever his damn name is, she's not a gold digger. The person that's married to these Arab billionaires in Dubai, these other Arab women, they're not gold diggers. They're not called that. But you got the so-called black women. I'm going to say so-called because you're only black in the United States of America. When you leave the United States of America, you ain't black, you're American. But they call this so-called black woman Marjorie Harvey a gold digger. But you got an Arab woman that could be married to an Arab prince. She's not a gold digger, is she? You got this lady married, I hate that I forgot her name, but I do that sometimes. I forget people's names. You got this lady married to Donald Trump. She's not a gold digger, is she? You got white women married to black athletes. You have white women married to rich people who are black men. They're not gold diggers, are they? But when a black woman, a so-called black woman, happens to be married to a rich black man, she's a gold digger. It's something wrong with black people, and I'm just at the point where I don't like black people. I literally do not like black people. I don't like them. Nobody else is calling this woman a gold digger but other black people. I guarantee you ain't no white person worried about this woman being a gold digger. I guarantee you, well, I can guarantee 100% ain't no Indian person caring about this because they don't care. Like, are they even interested in that topic? Like, they got their own type of entertainment. I guarantee you a Latina is not worried about this lady being a gold digger. It's only black people and probably mostly black women who have no self-worth. I have decided, going into another thing, life is too short not to get what you deserve. I am tired of surviving in this simulation. 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 It's a simulation. I'm going to keep calling it what it is. I'm not going to forget what it is. I'm going to keep saying it's a virtual reality. But even with that, I'm not going to just live to pay the bills. I'm not going to just survive. I'm not doing that. I have decided to do whatever I have to do in the next few months, and I do mean few months, not several months, a few months. Do whatever I have to do to make sure I can take maybe a whole year off if I feel like taking a year off. I'm going to do it. If God, my higher self, or whoever, say that I need to take a year off, a whole year off, that's what I'm going to do. And during that year, I might go on vacation. Who knows? I did want to get into what I know my soul wants me to do when I sing. I would like to do that. When I take that time off, I would like to get into singing, doing what my soul, what makes my soul happy, and that's going to be singing. Now, I never thought about singing. When I was 5 years old, I was going to be an actress, though. Like, the first thing people ask me, what was the first thing you always want to do? What was the first thing that you knew you wanted to do? Be an actress. At 5 years old, I knew I wanted to be an actress, but that did not happen. I did grow up in Tuskegee, Alabama. Growing up in Tuskegee, Alabama, that's not a realistic thing. But then I did leave. I moved to Cleveland. And then from Cleveland, I saw that it was more realistic when I got to Cleveland. And then in Cleveland, I was trying to get into like acting workshops and all that stuff. I didn't know what to ask for because I didn't understand it, because I was an occupational therapist. I went to college and I didn't understand what to ask for. I just knew I wanted to be an actress and I wanted to do something to take some kind of classes. But I didn't understand how to ask for it because I didn't understand it. And I couldn't get any answers. I went to the Caramel House because I heard that's why Halle Berry went, because she's from Cleveland, and there's a lot of people that actresses in Hollywood that came from Cleveland. So I went to the Caramel House. I couldn't get hardly anything from them. And then I kept asking friends, like, do you know anybody? I just want to take some classes or something. And the best answer I can get is you might have to enroll into Cleveland State University, enroll into a university and take some classes from there. Well, now I think I have better options than that. I didn't want to pay any more money for a university. I already had my master's degree. I don't want to get into more student debt. Okay. And so that wasn't going to work out. And I just happened this is when Monique still had her show on BET, when Monique still had her talk show. And she invited Tasha Smith on her show. And Tasha Smith talked about her workshop called Tasha Smith Actors Workshop. And this was in 2010, early 2010. I said, that's it. I'm going to go to Los Angeles. I'm going to go there for a week and see how I like it. So in June of 2010, I decided to go to Los Angeles for a week just to see how I like it. And I attended her workshop, Tasha Smith Actors Workshop, 2000. So basically, I haven't been acting for almost, 14 years? Well, I haven't been in the process of it, but I have at least, okay, well, let me not, I do have some experience. I just didn't, the reason why I left it alone is because I was going broke. I was getting evicted and stuff like that. And I need to make sure I make my money. Okay. But so anyway, I stayed there for a week in June. And then I decided that I wanted to move. And so I made my plans and I moved to Los Angeles. Officially moved to Los Angeles without turning back. October, I want to say it was October 4th, 2010. I moved to Los Angeles, California. I'm still an occupational therapist, and I worked as a traveler. I got a California license in occupational therapy. I could not go up there broke. Well, I couldn't move over here broke because I'm still in California. And I started working in the company. It was supplemental health care, and they assigned me at a place in, where did I work? Where did I first work? Was it Pico Rivera? I don't know. But they had me living in Los Feliz. And the reason why they had me living there is because I told them that I was taking acting classes in Hollywood, and it was at TSA. And I was taking acting classes, and so they had me living close to Hollywood. And the closest place they can have me staying is Los Feliz. It was I forgot what it was called, the apartments, but it was on Arlington Road or something. But it was apartments in Los Feliz. Los Feliz is in Los Angeles. It's like a little community. And Los Angeles is like a mile away from Hollywood. Okay. It's, so yeah. And I was involved in a lot of plays, a few plays, some what you call it, web series, and I was in some low budget film, and then I got to the point where it's important to be a producer. So I wanted to get producer credits. I did so I knew somebody named Crosby Tatum, and he was filming some independent films, and I said and he would have not a GoFundMe, but how they raise the I forget what it's called now, but you raise money for movies, and they have a choice where you can donate a certain amount of money and you can get producer credits, and I got my producer credits like that. Okay. Uh, and so I did that for a while, but times just got too hard. Times got hard. But I want to say this though, spiritual warfare is real. I did not realize that my family was waging a spiritual war against me. I was telling them all my business. I was so happy that I was even doing background. I was on the set of what's that show that Shamar Moore was on? I forget. I'm forgetful. Uh, but I was on doing TV shows, and I would tell the woman who's no longer my mother. I would tell her everything. I did not realize I was being hexed. I don't want anybody to tell me that that's not real. It absolutely is real. I didn't know I was being hexed. And how did I come to that conclusion? Because I had to leave it alone. I literally got evicted. Like, I could not survive. I did not have the money. And I was not going to keep trying to pursue something and not have a place to live. There's a lot of people, I realized there was a lot of people in Los Angeles that stay on the street, and I don't judge them because of what I went through. I said, these people came here with a dream and they got talent and they on the street and they broke. And now people look at them like they lost their mind. But they came here with a dream and they are really, truly talented. But they didn't get a chance. And they are willing to live on the streets to make that dream come true. And that is not something I wanted to do, because for me, that would have been dangerous. I realized I was being hexed by my family when I took time away from the United States of America and I went to India in 2018. I said, I just got to get away from the United States of America. I had to get away from the United States of America because I was losing a lot of energy. Like, I was losing a lot of energy. My fingernails, I was losing my fingernails in 2018. I was living in Inglewood, California. Uh, I noticed I was losing my fingernails. Like, they weren't just short. I was not having fingernails. I was only having the meat, like only meat. Like, my fingernails were gone. It's like, what's going on? Why am I losing my fingernails? Like, something's wrong. I'm having trouble breathing. I said, I got to get the hell out of the United States of America. And I went to India for 3 months. After a month of being in India, my fingernails grew back. I had to change up my energy. My fingernails grew back. It's like I switched. I went to it under a different consciousness, and it was in India where I don't know what was happening. I was meditating, and it's, how thoughts go through your head still, because the mind never stops, the mind never sleeps, and I was just, for some reason, I was just like reflecting on me wanting to be an actress and how things never worked out. And all of a sudden, this voice came and said, "You were hexed." Ain't nobody else hexed me but my family. And they mean, like, I'm gonna say this: my brother was a high-ranking Freemason, and I believe my mother was an Eastern Star. I'm not saying I'm against anybody who's in it that I don't even know who they are. But what I will say is I was being sacrificed quite a bit. And it grew to the point where they hated me and they never wanted me to be successful ever. Ever be successful. Ever. This voice came to me and said, you were hexed. And I don't want anybody coming to me saying it's not real. Now, I can say right now that I have more awareness, I don't let things like that scare me. But when you are not aware of things, especially when you are telling people that you care about, that you think have your back, like your family, and they're the main ones that's hexing you and you don't even know that they're doing it, um, that was a big part of a lot of the problems I was having, you know. Um, Literally, I was losing a lot of energy. What could have caused me to lose a lot of energy? I was about to die if I did not pick up and go to India. I would think I was going to die. I was losing a lot of energy, like my fingernails. I mean, look at your fingers. Imagine I having fingernails and there's nothing but meat. That's what's happening. That's what was happening to my damn fingernails. Something was taking my energy. I went to India and got my energy back. So now I say that to say that life's too short. Even though this is a simulation, it is fake. But I'm just saying, life's too short just to be surviving. And if all I got is just to survive, then end this fucking life. Because I'm not going to just survive. I need to have some kind of joy. Black people seem to have a problem with that, and that's why I hate black people. I'm sorry, I hate them. Black people seem to have a problem with joy. And I don't mean individual black people. There are individuals who live their life to the fullest. I look at a lady named Stephanie Perry on YouTube, and she teaches black women and tries to get them to, what's it called? She has a house sitting class. My name is Stephanie Perry. And basically she's a nomad. Like, she travels the world. And when you don't have a lot of money, she teaches you how to be a house sitter, where you can stay somewhere for free. Like, you don't get paid to house sit, but you can stay somewhere for free while you are traveling the world. So yeah, you might have to spend money on food and whatever, but what you don't have to spend money on is a place to stay, because you can house sit. And that's if you don't have the money to travel, like you don't have all the money to stay somewhere and spend all this money on a place for 3 months. Maybe you can go somewhere and stay for free and be a house sitter. And there's it's a house sitting site. It's called Trusted House Sitters or something. Anyway, her name is Stephanie Perry. She has 180 subscribers, I think. No, 180 something subscribers. So if you type her name in the YouTube search, she will come up, because she's a big YouTuber. Stephanie Perry, Perry. Stephanie Perry. She's a brown lady. And she travels. I think right now she's in Puerto Rico house sitting. Okay? Stephanie Perry. And if you want to just stop and travel for a year, you can find out how to be a house sitter, but you got to, for the most part, a lot of people house sit dogs, right? A lot of people, and I have my own dogs, but I don't know if I want to house sit a person. Maybe one dog, but if I don't want them sleeping in bed with me, because I don't want my own dogs in the bed with me. So we're going to work on that. But yeah, I have decided that I'm not going to just, I got to survive. I'm over that. Like, if that's it, I'm going to I'm going to pray to not be here anymore. If all I got to do is just survive, that's most of my life is surviving, then I'm going to pray to God that I don't be here anymore, because that's not living. Like, it's not living. So I've decided that in the next few months, I'm probably going to work full time, because I don't like working full time. I like my time off. I like my peace. But in this case, I am going to push the pedal to the metal, because I have the capabilities with the kind of occupation I have. I can make $10,000 to $15,000 in a month, because that's the kind of money that I make with my occupation. If I work full time, I can make at least $10,000 a month, at least $10,000 a month with my occupation. Okay? And I have decided that I'm just going to have to put the pedal to the metal for the next few months and take all the time that I need off, not working. To get into what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to take the time off, and I think I'm just going to start singing, because that's what I'm supposed to do. Do I sing great? No. But I'm gonna tell you why I don't. Because I've never positioned myself. Um, I haven't positioned myself. I've been taking voice lessons for over a year, but I have not positioned myself to the point where I can take it seriously. If I had gigs, then I would be a great singer because I would have something to work towards. But just to be taking voice lessons and working as an occupational therapist, I like working as occupational therapist. I'm gonna tell you, I do not hate my job as occupational therapist. That I can tell you. But that is not what my soul. That's not what I say. That's not what I'm here for. But I can say that I do not hate being an occupational therapist. I like it. I don't love it because it's not why I'm here. That's not my soul's purpose. So I can't love something that's not my soul's purpose. But I do like it. I don't hate it. Uh, I'm going to take some time off, at least a month off to myself. I'm going to make sure that rent is paid for at least a year. Okay. Car payment. I want to pay my damn car off. I want to pay my car off. So I have to figure out how I'm going to do this. Anybody want to donate to my Cash App? Oh, Lord. But anyway, no, seriously. If you want to bless me, you can. I'm not going to stop anybody who want to bless me. But anyway, hell, I might end up being a gold digger like Marjorie. Hey, if she a gold digger, I'm going to be a gold digger right along with her because it's for my own financial freedom. I'm going to tell you this, though. I wouldn't mind if somebody wants to give me money, like say a man or whatever wants to give me money with no strings attached. That's going to be hard because I'm not into doing sexual favors. Like I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna judge anybody else who want to do it, but I don't want to do it. I feel like that has spiritual implications for me. So for me, I don't want to do it because I feel like it has spiritual implications, and I don't want to mess with that. Okay. Uh, but anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna have to put the pedal to the metal. I'm gonna have to be all about money the next few months, but not all about money. It's gonna be spiritual too. It's gonna be a lot of fasting. I always fast for the new year. I bring the new year in fasting. Some people don't believe in fasting. That's fine. If they everybody have their own styles. Okay, everybody have their own styles. Uh, but that's how I want to bring my new year in. But it's because I don't want it to just be about focus on the physical, because that's not good. The physical does not come first. So I do not want it to be about focusing on the physical because the physical does not come first. The spiritual come first. So I want to be focused on the spiritual, not the physical first. Uh, and I give myself to March or April, and I'm done working as an occupational therapist. I'm still going to be an occupational therapist, and I'm still going to renew my license. But I'm going to be done at least working full time as an occupational therapist. I want to give myself at least 3 months off, maybe longer than that, but I want to give myself 3 months off to do nothing involving occupational therapy, only to focus on what my soul has already told me that my soul wants me to do, but just sing it. Not even acting, singing. Now I wanted to act since I was 5 years old. I wanted to be an actress. I never had a desire to be a singer. Something happened where my mind, I was totally hijacked and taken, possessed. Not possessed like I was acting out crazy and stuff, but like literally I knew something had taken over my mind. And they wanted to like completely control my body and It's terrible. And this was in 2023. And this voice came to me and said, "You can save her if you sing." Okay? Her meaning me. This voice said, "You can save her if you sing." And I'm like, okay, because doing what I'm supposed to do is going to bring me closer to my soul. Not just trying to survive and pay the bills. Okay? And there are so many people who have made it happen, making far less than what I make, that I can't make any excuses for reason why I can't do it. Stephanie Perry said that she was making $20 an hour as a pharmacy, what is it, a pharmacy technician or a pharmacy service associate. I used to do that at CVS when I was in high school. But she said she was making $20 an hour, and she decided to save up $14,000 to travel for a year. And she was determined. I make, and I'm grateful, but I make way more than that. I make way more than that. Now, of course, that's what she said she was making in 2014. But even in 2014, I was making more than that. And so at this point, she was determined, and she's still going at it strong. Starting 2014, it's about 2025 now, so almost 9 years. She's been going strong at her nomad life. And she started making only $20 an hour. And she saved up $14,000 because she was determined. She had a strong will. And I have to say I do make a lot more than that. And I don't have any excuse not to make that happen. And I'm a spiritual person. So my willpower needs to be a lot stronger. Spiritually, my willpower needs to be a lot stronger. Nobody is going to be throwing some hexes at me to stop me from my purpose, to stop me from my soul purpose. I'll be damned. Nobody's going to throw a fucking hex at me to stop me from my soul's purpose. I would kill them. And I do mean that. I'm not going to do no voodoo on them, because I don't agree with those entities. Like, they don't work for me. But definitely, I'm gonna have an executive order for their execution for trying to stop my soul's purpose. Who the fuck do they think they are? They're so busy wanting to stop somebody else instead of concentrate on themselves. I think they deserve death. And I mean that. I'm sick of people with their bullshit. I'm sick of them. I mean, my family's, they're going to be executed. It's done. Unless they've done something to repent. Because if they repented and changed their life around, I don't care regardless. All I know is I hope they have turned their life around, because I have put out an order for their execution. I put out an executive order for their execution. So I hope they do pray and repent or whatever, because if they want to stay in their ego and believe in their witchcraft or their sorcery or their warlockism, this is 2025 I think it's the year of justice. And I have put out an order, executive order, because I can do it. I have put out an executive order for their execution and the execution of other people too. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of the nerve of these people that think they have the right to use black magic to trap somebody's soul. Like, what the fuck is wrong with them? I don't want to say, I'm tired of these people surviving. I'm tired of them. Like, they can't think of anything else to do with their life. They can't find any other way to achieve their goals but to sacrifice somebody else. I don't want them around. I don't want to pray for them. I want them gone. Like, who do they think they are? The arrogance makes me want them gone. I like, literally, I don't even want them existing anymore. They don't get to reincarnate. They're done. I'm sick of these individuals who want to stop other people's progress, who's not bothering anybody else. I'm sick of them. And yes, I have an executive order for them to die. Because, and not just there, on a higher level, there are certain entities that need to go. Like, I'm sick of them. Because they don't have a soul, they're unspirited, they want to trap everybody else. They need to go too, because they can't mind their own business. They can't just mind their own business. They have to mess up everybody else's life too. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say for that one. But this is going on longer than I thought it would. That's it. I'll talk later.